and that it has the confidence that it is doing it for balanced reasons. Not just for the dark, not just for the light, but it sees the light and sees the dark and say, okay, this is what I'm doing. This is my straight but wavy path. Welcome aboard the Just Tai Noun Ship with your Captain Naga. And in today's episode... Hey, in today's episode, I want to talk about the ego. I want to talk about how there's two halves of yourselves. There's multiple halves of yourselves. But there's really just one all-encompassing entity. There's just really one awareness. Let's talk. Let's tie. This ego, when I first learned about it, I think I learned about it first in church. Learned about it as in terms of calling it the flesh. Like, God is this, you are this, and you're damned, and God is this, He saved you. And after, well, you all know how religion works. And then after I've been studying growing up, I was going along towards like, hey man, this ego thing, gotta get rid of it. Once I finally was like figuring out what it was, I was like, yo, what? Ego? For a while, I forgot about it. I wasn't thinking about it I wasn't thinking about, oh, I'm bad, I can't do this. I was going out and doing bad things, but I was just living, making music, trying to start off my rap career, all that fun stuff. And then when I started really seeing how the ego comes into play, and exactly what it is, even calling it an ego, all of that was fairly fresh to me. I was like, hey, gotta get rid of this. I don't want it. But I was like, this is separate. It's not me. Felt as though it was this separate being. It's like, hey, this is what this is doing. This is what I'm doing. But one of the wisest things I came across, because we all go through those journeys of trying to separate ourselves, saying, I can't possibly do this. I will never, ever do this. Is that you are it. And this separation that we hear of, these things and lessons that's passed down, you say, oh, we had to kill the ego, rid the ego, and become this being. What being are you going to become? You already are who you are. I've learned that the ego is still just another aspect of yourself. And as all aspect of yourself, that you can't really control it, but you can make sure that it is witnessing the right perspectives, so that ego, that you can navigate just in a way that justifies. No, that not in a way it justifies itself. That's the wrong word. But in a way that it knows what's going on, and that it has the confidence that it is doing it for balanced reasons. Not just for the dark, not just for the light, but it sees the light and sees the dark and say, okay, this is what I'm doing. This is my straight but wavy path. As I spend a lot of time hating and having a lot of self-doubts, like when urges would come up, or if I slip up, call myself slipping up and doing this and doing that, I would be like, hey man, dang, I gotta make up for that. I gotta do this. Or back in the past, I was real emo. I was like, I gotta cut myself. It's them certain sects that I hear, like, that crazy, they whip themselves in order to show themselves like, oh, Christ suffered, so I have to suffer too. As many people out here is like, I have to make myself suffer because people suffering out here, or because I've done this, I need to chastise myself. No, just make up. Don't go along living with regrets. In order to survive, gotta learn to live with regrets. Jay-Z said that. Real good song. We have to keep it going, stay motivated, and move with the confidence that comes with being balanced and knowing thyself. Part of knowing thyself is knowing that you can't kill yourself. You can't kill yourself if you're it. Don't hate yourself, because the part of yourself that you're hating is the part of you that you wish you could accept and wish that you could live in. Like, I always wished I could go out and hang out with friends, or go out and enjoy myself, have play, get hurt, run around, jump off of things. But it's like, I will always be trapped in that thought of, what is this thing that wants to do this? That's ridiculous. Why would I want to hang out with them people? Why would I be so stupid with my life? I'm this. This is what I built myself to be. I don't want to slip up. I don't want to fall. I know I can get angry sometimes. I know I can get sad. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna just stick to what I know, and I'll just be cool. Then I turned around. I had no one beside me. I had no one to ride with me, and I didn't even want to ride with myself. I was like, this is pretty boring. Life gets pretty boring when you deny yourself pleasures. It's good to keep yourself like, hey, I don't need that donut. I don't need to buy that new iPod. I'm satisfied with what I have. And then sometimes, when you feel the need to, I will say, go and get that thing that you need. Because, like, you need it. It's not at the point of wanting. The ego, let's just keep calling it the ego for lack of better words right now. The ego wants it, but work with the ego and give yourself what you need. And when you love yourself, you see how much you really do need. And it's not really based off of a want, like, I gotta get this and I gotta get that. But it's like, hey, this is pretty cool. Let's grab this. People collect a lot of things, and I really never understood that when I was trying to rid my ego. But I understood it because I love collecting things. I was real into collecting Yu-Gi-Oh cards, video games. Most people collect clothes. We all like to collect things, but let it be a passion instead of an obsession. And you'll love yourself. Like, I love making these videos. It's a passion of mine. I've tried many times. I've, for years, been making videos, made music videos, random funny videos, projects for schools. This is always what I like to do. And now that I found this passion again, I'm like, hey, I have some cool things to go with it. I have some things to talk about that can inspire millions of people and inspire me when I'm watching it on YouTube myself and when I'm editing. So why not? Not an ego thing. Well, it is an ego thing, but it's a loving thing because I love myself. So I'm going to take care of myself and make sure I'm doing the things as needed that come with that love. So if you're feeling as though you can't do any certain things because you don't want a power trip, just don't power trip and chill out. Surround yourself with people that keep you humble by, like, keeping things in your ear, not people that put you down and be like, oh, you just being cocky, or oh, you just feeling yourself. 'Cause you are feeling yourself in that moment, and you shouldn't feel that bad about it. Now, if you feel as though in yourself that you are putting other people down, then check yourself in that moment. Be like, All right. I know where I'm going with that. I know how I am. Let's keep that in check. Keep yourself in check. And the benefits will be glorious. And the money will start piling up. And all the blessings, everything that you ever wanted will be there, yours for the taking. Or yours for the making, because you have to make it. But that's all I have for today. So if you enjoyed this water, and you enjoyed what I had to say, be sure to drop 2 thumbs up, drop a like, hit the bell notification, subscribe, so that you will know when these videos will come, because there's no telling when you will need it. There's no telling when I need it. So share, love yourself. Thanks for loving me and loving what I'm doing. Thanks for all the support. I'm gonna leave you with this question as always. We all tie, but do we really tie? Sometimes I don't know, dude. Till next time, signing out. The Naga, getting out of here. Wish as always I could jump in this water, but we're gonna let it get a little warmer first out here. I don't wanna get sick on it. More videos coming soon. And that it has the confidence that it is doing it for balanced reasons. Not just for dark, not just for the light, but it sees the light and sees the dark and say, okay, this is what I'm doing. This is my straight but wavy path.